Hey everybody, Pastor Jeff here. I wanted to mention a couple of things today about giving, since after all we're not gathering together and passing the plates on a Sunday morning worship service like we normally do. And so I just wanted to say a few things. First, I wanted to say thank you to everybody for continuing to be faithful in your giving. We have been receiving checks, we have been receiving some online gifts, and we really appreciate that during this time. Your pastors and your staff are continuing to try to find new and creative ways to love and serve our community and to lead our congregation. And the mission of the church is continuing as much now as ever. Maybe even more than ever. So thank you so much to those of you who are continuing to find ways to give. For those of you who are accustomed to passing out plates and giving your gifts that way on a Sunday morning, I wanted to offer just a couple of alternatives as we're not meeting together physically on Sunday mornings. First, we have a new mailbox. It is a locked mailbox. It is secure. I promise you it's secure. We put it through a very rigorous testing process. An extremely rigorous testing process. And I can assure you that it's safe and secure. So any checks that you send us by mail to 4706 Creedmoor Road, Raleigh, North Carolina, 27612, any checks that you send us will be safe, and we're going to continue to check the mail regularly so you can be assured that those gifts that you send in that way are secure. I also want to suggest that maybe during this time for the foreseeable future, you might want to try online giving. And I know that a lot of you have had some questions about online giving and you're not exactly sure how it works. And so what I'd like to do right now is just walk you through the process of how to give an online gift. For some of you, it might seem a little bit unusual at first, but once you get the hang of it, you'll find it to be very easy. And if you find that this isn't your preferred way of giving online, you don't have to do this forever. It's not like you're locked into online giving and once you do it once, you're stuck with doing this forever. No, absolutely not. Once we start gathering together again, and if you prefer putting an offering in the offering plate, you can, of course, switch back to doing that. But anyway, for the time being, if you don't feel like mailing a check to us, I'm going to show you how to give online using our website. To start, you're going to want to go to our church website, which is bensonmemorial.org, and if you scroll down, you'll see a button that says Give Online. You click Give Online, it'll open a new tab for you, and it'll give you all of your giving options. Generally, if you're putting money in the plate or putting a check in the plate on a Sunday morning, then it'll go into the general operating fund, so that's where you're going to want to give to. I know that some of you also contribute to some of these special funds regularly, and you can continue to do so here, but by and large what you're going to want to do is enter the number that you want to give, the dollar amount that you want to give, into the general operating fund. You scroll down to frequency, and since this is probably a one-time gift, you're going to want to click one time. And then for the donation start date, you just pick the next day, and for the end date, you pick the next day, so that the payment will go in, guess when, the next day. You click continue, and it'll bring you to the next window, where you fill out all of your personal information. And by the way, we do ask for your phone number, but we are not going to give out your phone number. This won't lead to any more robocalls for you. Then you go down to how you're going to give here after you enter in all of your information up here. Generally, when I give, I click checking. I enter the routing number, and by the way, if you don't know where the routing number is, it tells you right here, gives you a sample check from Joe Smith and from any city, and it tells you where to find your routing number and your bank account number, so you just enter those there. And then this is completely optional. This is just if your donation is in honor or memory of someone. You can choose to select a password if you would like to come back again and do this. Then it'll save some of this information for you securely and encrypted. You tell the website that you're not a robot, Unless you're a robot, you don't want to lie. But you're probably not a robot. So click You're Not a Robot, click Process, and then that's it. You are done. It's just that simple.